Yeah, what's up, everybody? Truth Channel here again. It's snowing where I'm at, York, Pennsylvania. I did a video the other day talking about a bunch of stuff, but I was kind of in one of my moods, and the way I did the video, I was kind of speaking really loud, and I had to do the video over again because this guy, he pissed me off. He's talking about how we came from apes, and he's an evolutionist, and his mind is so set on that. Give me a second. His mind is so set on what he believes that he cannot see reality for what it really is. And this is what I was talking about, is that we are bombarded with these ideas and these thoughts as children, and when we come into the world, we're bombarded by these indoctrinations and these beliefs that people they kind of force this on us in a way. And all I'm saying is, I went through a process of my own. I can't speak for you. I can't speak for you as a person, but I went through an undoctrinating process in my life of getting rid of all of the delusions in my head and all of the things that I thought were real and all of the things that I believed in. Belief is nothing more than you thinking that something is real that is not real. And then there's other ways that you can use the word. Words can be used in different ways. Everybody has, you can use a word 4 different ways. Waiting for these cars to go by, stick with me here. But yeah, it's like the flu that goes around, One person tells you, oh yeah, I believe in this and I think this is real. And they think that they're right about everything. And we're listen, here's what we will not do as a people. We will not admit that we are wrong, that we made a mistake, that we do not really know certain things. This is, anytime I pause, a car will be going by me. There's usually hardly any cars over here. But here's what I'm saying. I lost train of thought now because these cars are riding by. There's usually no cars over here at all. But we can say that we believe this or believe that, but it's not part of reality. It's an opinion that you think. It's an opinion that you think is real. And then you tell other people this stuff, and then they think it's real when it's really not. And these indoctrinations have brainwashed us to the point where we're in another world in and of itself. We're not even here most of the time. That's why I can't have a normal human interactive conversation with people hardly anymore, because they're on this whole belief thing and they're not really here, and we're not really talking about what really matters right now. We're arguing over stupid, petty differences that mean nothing. I was watching this show with what's his name? I forget, Farrakhan, Louis Farrakhan. And, you know, he got all these guys following him around like he's a god and, you know, like he knows everything. And, you know what I'm saying? Really, in reality, he's just forcing his indoctrination on you. That's all he's doing. And these guys, they look up to him like he's some kind of god or something. You know, like he knows everything that he's talking about, you know? And I lost train of thought back there. I was going to make a really good point and I lost it. It's not in my head no more, but it would have made a really good point. I knew it would have. But yeah, I got rid of this completely out of my life. You know, there was a time when I held on to so much of this stuff. That's what I wanted to say to you, if you're listening, if you're really listening. Here's what your pride and ego is. This is what pride and ego means, is that you hold on to these false accusations and these false assumptions in your head, and you think that you're chosen. You think that you're chosen somehow. And you think that you are special. And that is your pride telling you that. That's all it is. And you know, the thing is, people, they'll listen to this and you'll go, what is this guy talking about? You know, what does he mean by all of this? You know, I've been on both sides of the fence. I've been on the religious side. I've been on the spiritual side. I watched documentaries about the Holocaust. I watched documentaries about the civil rights when that was around. I watched stuff on everything. Albert Einstein, you know, all of these things. And listen, here's how I have to mention it to you religious people, you people that still go off the Bible and the Quran and other things. It's said that King Solomon, and I don't know why I'm doing this because I don't want to refer to it because I don't necessarily believe in it myself. See, this word believe, I don't believe in it because I don't know for sure. But it said King Solomon, I'm just going by the text. It said that King Solomon, he's seen everything in the world. I'm not quoting the verse exactly right, but it said that he's seen everything in the world. He had every woman, he had everything that he could get in this life. And you know what he wrote about it? He said that all of it's vanity. That's what he said. He said vanity, vanity. Everything under the sun is vanity. And see, that's what point I think that we have to get to. Not I think. It's the point that we have to get to in our lives to really open up and start to understand stuff and be open to accept new things that come our way. If you just stay stuck in this belief or what you think is right, you're going to constantly be stuck in that limbo. You're not going to ever get out of it. And listen, I still get down and out. I still have bad days. Today, when I woke up, it was just one of them days where I felt off and I didn't feel right. It started snowing. I had to start moving around, you know, and getting exercise. I didn't sit there and start praying to feel better. What would that do for me other than make me think that I'm doing something to better myself? I took a walk. I drank a cup of coffee. I said, let me go get this exercise. Let me do this video. These are healthy things to do. And that's what I do now. I don't indulge in the unhealthy things. I don't sit there and worry and keep praying and keep doing things that are not doing nothing for reality. It's not doing nothing for my body but making me more sick. So why am I going to sit there and do those things? They never helped me. They never helped. They never did nothing. So why am I going to do them? And I think a lot of us, we're just so stuck in this mind frame of other than what is going on right now in the world and what is going on right now in our lives. We're so worried about tomorrow and yesterday. And I just heard on the news about, look at what people are doing, these media people and these propagandists. It's almost like they want a world war to come. Don't you know what war brings? See, you haven't been through that suffering, so you're ignorant. You haven't seen people in the suffering, so you're ignorant of the fact. If you were one of them people in Europe and you went through World War II or something, you wouldn't even be talking about war. You wouldn't even be discussing war. You know what I'm saying? You would stay away from that as much as possible. And these people are going, is Trump starting another world war? Did Trump start World War III? It's wrong what Trump did. You shouldn't kill anybody. And us getting doing things to people that we call our enemy, they're just another human being. That's just going to make them more aggressive. It's going to make them more upset and angry. And then they're going to have this expectation that they have to do something about it because it's all a part of the belief and what people think should happen and the expectations of others. Do you see how dangerous this is? And a lot of you can't even see it. You can't even see how dangerous it is. And it's completely dangerous, man. So that's what I talk about. I talk about real life topics and, I get them out and I vent about them. This is what every one of us should be doing. We shouldn't have an opinion. We shouldn't be saying what we think is right. I don't know what is right for you. I can't pretend that I have the answer for everything in the world because I don't. I'm a human being. I'm a flesh, blood, and bone man. That's all I am. I'm a 34-year-old man. I have my problems. But this is my outlet to get those things out of me and be a little more healthier. Isn't that what you want? Or do you want war? Do you want pestilence? Do you want starvation? Because I think some people really do. And see, they have this idea in their head that this might happen, but see, that's because you're ignorant. You haven't been in a situation where you were in a war yourself. You have not starved. You have not got your leg blown off. You have not lost a limb and had to go through that. So you don't know what it is, and you're ignorantly speaking about, is another world war coming? Did Trump start this or that? Do you see the ignorance in that? Do you see the ignorance in that? And I try not to get so serious with this, but there are some things that you have to sometimes get serious about because we are ignorant as human beings. We are ignorant when we don't know things. When we don't know things, we do ignorant stuff. It's what we do. Look what happens out of ignorance. People get killed. People starve to death. People get legs blown off and limbs blown off. People fly planes into buildings. People blow up buildings. People kill their wives and their husbands that they supposedly got into a position where they were supposed to care for each other and have each other's back the rest of their lives. And look what happens out of ignorance and stupidity and a lack of knowledge. Look what happens to our people. And this video I did the other day, it was really harsh. I was on there yelling because I was pissed. I'm tired of people, I'm tired of us using, not me because I don't do it no more. I'm tired of everybody using God as an excuse and prayer as an excuse. You praying for someone that's thirsty is not going to give them water. You praying for someone to get food is not going to give them food. It's not going to give it to them. Can't you understand that? It's not going to do nothing unless you act upon it and you do something about it. It's not going to happen. Do you see the ignorance that lies in that? And you know, no, I don't go around every day feeding homeless people. I don't do that. But if I see a guy and he looks like he needs something, or he approaches me and says, "Hey man, I'm really thirsty. Can you get me something to drink? I need help with this." I'm going to help that person. You know, I can't always read minds though. If I could, I would help everybody, but I can't. That's too much of an expectation. You know, I can't help every single person in the world. But these, I call them these petty indoctrinations that we have been brainwashed with our whole lives. They're not getting us nowhere. They're keeping us sick. They are keeping us in this mindset to where we are really not doing anything but thinking that we are doing something. Do you understand that? It's a mindset where you think you are getting something done and you think you are doing something. And me, myself, the only thing I'm doing is I'm giving you a message. I'm giving you a real message here, and I'm letting you know what I've been through and real life things that really happen. I'm not sitting here giving you my opinion. I'm not sitting here telling you a bunch of things that I think is real and that I think is going to happen, because I have no idea what's going to happen a minute from now. I could croak over and die, you know. I have no idea. And I can't sit here and pretend and believe like I do know, because I don't know. It's just, we will not as a people admit our faults to others. We will not say that we were wrong. We won't bring up what we are doing that is having an impact on other people. You know, and it's what I do all the time, whether people see that or not. I'm giving you me. I'm opening up with you. And what else can I do? You know, me putting on this front and saying that I'm A-okay and everything's going to be all right, that I'd be lying to you if I said that. Everything's not going to be all right. Then that would mean that we don't need help. That means that we don't need no kind of education with nothing at all. You know, we just go living our merry lives and be happy all the time, and that's not life. I wish it was like that, but wishing does nothing. That's just the thought. You wish that something was, and it's not. So I'm just enjoying this snow, taking a walk, and this is not the whole message of what I said yesterday, or no, the day before yesterday when I was in my car at Walmart getting food. I was saying a lot more stuff about this situation. But it's here's the thing. When you were born, your mother or your father or your grandparents or your aunt, uncle, I don't know who, but somebody told you something that was not true, and they tried to make you believe it and run with it and think that it's true. Like, they tell you when you're younger, to a girl or a boy, oh, you'll find somebody that is right for you one day. Oh, you'll be all right. Everything will be just fine. Everything will be right as rain. You know, that is a lie. That is someone lying to you. And I don't care who told that to you. It's a lie. I don't care if your mom and your dad or your grandparents told you that. Most of the time, it's a lie what they have told us. And I understand that you love them. I understand that you care for them. I care for my grandparents and my mom and dad and my family. But I realized there was a lot of things that they told me that were not correct because they were told them things. Do you understand? They were told them things themselves. And they believed them. And it carried on for generations and generations. And all of our ancestors, they thought that all this stuff was true. And they kept believing that all this stuff was true when it really wasn't. And that is the unindoctrination that I'm talking about getting out of. And it's one day at a time. It's one step at a time. You can't just shed all this stuff out of your head in a day or two. It doesn't happen like that. Our brains are very complex. And I came over here by this traffic like an idiot. I don't know why I did that. It's all loud. Now my video's probably being drowned out. But yeah, it's us to keep believing and thinking things are real. It's never going to get us nowhere in life. It's not going to do nothing. It's not going to do anything for me or you. It's really not. Even me, I got to tell myself this every day. Every single day I got to wake up and tell myself, go take a walk, Nate. Go get some exercise. Eat the right food. You know, it's easy for me to eat the food that everybody eats in America and be overweight and unhealthy. That's easy to do. You know, you got to discipline yourself with this. And that's what I'm doing, you know. Eat right, Nate. Go do something. Get exercise. Get on this video and talk with people about reality and real life. So we can all have an understanding and we can all relate to that, because that is what us humans relate to, is when we speak to each other to where we can understand each other. And I can't understand a lot of people. I can't understand when people are putting up this facade and they're wearing this mask and they're telling me things that they think that they believe and they think that is right. And most of the time they are not right about what they're saying. You know, that's the facts of the matter. You know, that's all there is to it. And I'm the one that sheds light on these things. And a lot of people don't like that. And I can't help that you don't like that. I cannot help that you don't like the fact that I am sitting here telling you the truth about life. You know, I wish I could help every single person that I come across. I wish I could help every one of you, but see, it's me wishing. I can't wish to help you. I just gotta help you if I can. I can't wish or pray for you, for me to pray to help you. I'd have to do something for you by my actions and show you that I'm helping you. I just think, see, I don't think, I know. We have so many delusions in our head, people. We have so many delusions of grandeur. And we have these assumptions in our heads that there's some man in the sky that is constantly watching over us, and he's judging every move and all of that. And then you have people that tell you these things that they think are real and they think has some kind of meaning in their life and your life, when really it's imaginations. It's strongholds. You know, if I got anything out of the Bible, which I told you, there's so many things that are ridiculous, but then there are things in the Bible that I even live by. The words that it says. I don't live by the Bible itself, though. It's just certain things that Jesus said. It's certain things, certain quotes and you know, verses in the Bible I actually agree with and stuff. But there's way too many things that are contradictions and they are hypocritical. And I can't say that I live by that, because if I said that I lived by every single verse in the Bible or in any other book, I would be lying to myself and I would be lying to you also. I can't live my life like that. I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can lie to yourself and lie to others. But that is what I am getting out of every day. And I'm going to keep doing this until I die. This isn't pride. This isn't what some verse or some quote or some man is telling you. This is not my ego or pride. This is me letting go of myself. This is me letting go of the day and saying, look, what can I do but live the best in this very moment? Go take a walk out in the snow. You know, drink a little cup of coffee. You know, if I do get on YouTube or the internet, look up things that will give me more knowledge so that I understand things better and I'm not ignorant about them and I'm not a fool when it comes to knowing them things. You know, what are we doing in our spare time? What are our motives? You know, what are our true motives with all of this that we do in our lives? We only have a little bit of time in this life. What are we doing with that little bit of time? I understand for myself that I don't have the equipment and the tools necessary to actually do what I want and need to do right now. You know, I have it in my head that when I get these things, excuse me, I am going to be doing them. Like, I am going to be making my own designs, putting them on t-shirts and selling t-shirts, because I'm a creator myself. I design stuff. I have so many ideas in my head, different structures and colors and textures and different phrases and logos, but they're all genuine to what I'm doing it for. And then I make music. That's what I'm absolutely, is just me. It's a part of me. It's who I am. And that is what I will be making money off of in the future. But I don't have the tools necessary right now to do that. I'm talking to you on my phone. I'm using my phone's speaker, my phone's recorder. It's not the best, but it doesn't matter. There's always a small beginning to something that grows into something else. And I don't always like that I have to hold this phone in my hand and I have to talk loud, because I won't be heard if I don't talk loud on this phone. And that's why it seems like I'm stressing my voice and I'm kind of stressing my words, because I have to speak louder. This isn't my real tone of voice, how I'm talking to you. It's my real voice, but it's not my real tone of voice, because I really talk like this. If you take a walk, you'll get exercise. If you eat food, you won't be hungry. If you go to the store and get water, then you'll be healthy instead of drinking a bunch of soda and stuff. That's my real voice. And see, you can't probably hardly hear it. So I urge you this. If you're someone that is completely miserable and you just You're like, this just sucks. There's no meaning to nothing. You know, what is all this for? Why am I here? Why am I even doing this? I do this all the time. I do this all the time, everybody. But I remind myself, it can be so much worse. Don't lust after another man's property or another man's things. Look at what you have. Look at what you have and be content with those things. And I'm not saying this isn't me motivationally speaking. This is things that can get you out of your own mind and can get you going. Be thankful for the small things. I'm telling you, be thankful for the small things. I'm not preaching to you, but I have to remind myself what I'm thankful for. My bed, my cup of coffee, my clothes that I put on, the heat in my room, the sink, the toilet, the shower, my refrigerator that keeps my food cold, the milk that I pour in my coffee, the music that I can make, the videos that I can make on here and talk with you. Like, I gotta remind myself of that, because I don't have nothing really to live for but that. Is the things that I have and that I'm thankful for. Why do you think these people in other countries, they have a smile on their face and they don't look like they're stressed? Because they hardly have anything. The little bit that they do have, they're grateful and thankful for. You know, look how spoiled we are. Look how much that we have at the tip of our fingertips that we can just get right away. It's so easy. There's nothing to it. And then we're miserable because of that. And I'm miserable because of that. Every time I say you or they or we, I'm talking about myself too. And there's so many things that I can sit here and tell you about, but I don't want to give you my opinion. I don't want to give you some kind of false hope. I don't want to make you believe in something that is not real, other than what is in reality right now. This is what I don't do. And if I ever come across like that, that's not how I'm trying to come across. That's not how I'm coming across. I'm telling you real life stuff, what I go through and what I know you're going through right now. You know, just this morning I woke up and I didn't feel right. I just felt down and out, and I felt just defeated, and I felt like I was under 20 feet of dirt in a room where I could not dig out of. That's how I felt until I took a walk, until I did this video. Now I feel a little bit better, and I'm not bragging, I'm just telling you, it's these small things that I have to do, because I am not a happy camper, people. I am not this happy-go-lucky guy. Not me. I constantly have to remind myself of stuff and all this. And anyway, enough with that. Enough with that. I sound like I'm preaching now, and I sound like I'm motivationally speaking to you. It sounds like I'm contradicting myself now. But I actually do care for people. I don't care about all the bull crap and all the nonsense that's a part of our society. That's what I don't care about. And it means nothing. And that's why I'm trying to tell you that it means absolutely nothing what you think really means something most of the time. You've been fooled. You've been duped by all this. Brothers, sisters, fathers, mothers, grandmothers. Just because your grandmother is so old and they're older, that doesn't mean that they have knowledge. That doesn't mean that they know what they're talking about. You know, we use these euphemisms. If you don't know what euphemisms is, it's using like a word, or it's saying something to get around what you're really trying to say. You know, watch this video. If you're someone that's watching this and you got this far, look up George Carlin euphemisms and listen to what he says in that video, and you'll understand what I mean. because I'm not going to give you that whole topic or that whole talk right now. Excuse me again. All right, this video is starting to scramble and cut out, so I'm gonna get going. Look at this snow. Look at this. I'm out in this right now, and this is what is keeping me going right now, is because it's snowing and because I'm taking a walk and getting exercise. You know, not me sitting there and praying for something and hoping that something's going to happen, or me believing that the day's going to get better, or hoping that the day's going to get better. These words are euphemisms in and of themselves, and you'll hear me even using the words by accident a lot of the times. But they're euphemisms. You're using them to cover up what's really going on if you are. And we do this all the time. So, if you got some knowledge out of this, then you got some knowledge out of this. And I'm glad that you got some knowledge out of it. That's all I look for with other people is knowledge. And I like learning new stuff. And we only have this one life. We don't have much time to do this stuff. It's weird when I sit here and think about it, you know. I was here months ago, and it seems like I am still here. Like I was just here, and I was over here months ago. I walk over here all the time, but lately I have been walking over here all the time because I started working out again and walking and stuff again. I fell off for a while. There. I wasn't making videos. I wasn't doing anything because I kind of gave up on everything. And I still find myself doing that because I keep getting stuck and trapped in these old ways of thinking. And they're so unhealthy. And you know what I'm talking about if you're listening to this and you're out there and you're sitting there miserable and you don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying when I'm saying this stuff. You know what I mean. Are you just too scared to express yourself because of these things? Are you scared to, you know, go and do things because you have a fear of what people are going to think and say and all that? That's all the indoctrination and the society standards and the system that I talk about. That's how it makes you. It brings this fear to you. And you have to do what you have to do to get out of that. I can't get you out of that. I just do this so that you can have a little bit more understanding than what you already have. And I'm not telling you much. I'm just venting what I've been through and what everybody goes through on a daily basis. That's all I'm doing on this channel. So, with that, have a nice day, y'all.